The extrusion cooking process is a method in which a given recipe is processed, pasteurized, and shaped to a given specification by the end user.
Extrutech produces and manufactures one of the industry's most complete lines of extrusion processing systems. Our advanced extrusion supports flexibility for optimized production of pet foods through the most demanding, high, fresh meat inclusion, grain-free formulas. Extrutech's advanced feature dryer optimizes drying efficiency and flexibility from standard airflows through sequential drying. The market-leading sanitary design reduces the number of cleanings and can be quick cleaned within 15 minutes. The advanced feature batch coater offers the highest accuracy dosing and coating consistency, eliminating overformulation to meet label requirements. Extrutech's vertical cooler leads in efficient and consistent cooling.
In a food manufacturing environment, food safety should always be job one.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Beaton with Petfood Forum TV, here today with Dr. Signe Svindlund, the Director of Pet Care for Aker BioMarine. Thank you so much for being with me today. You are presenting at Petfood Forum on a topic that's really hot right now in human food and pet food, omega-3 fatty acids. Can you tell me why it's so hot right now and how it applies to pet food?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's a true pleasure. And as for your question, I think omega-3 is one of the most important nutrients for both animals, or pets, and for people. And I think it's a lot of health benefits that they do for us, and that people can actually see the difference in their pets that they work, and they can feel the difference on themselves that they work as well. So I think it's a sign of people taking more and more responsibility for their own health and well-being, for their children's health and well-being, and for their pets' health and well-being, that we have such a massive attention on omega-3s these days. And I think it simply comes down to the fact that they work.
And when you present, you're going to be presenting the results of a test or a study you guys did. Can you talk about that a little bit, what the results were and what the test focused on?
Yes, because as we learn more and more about omega-3s, we learn that the efficiency of the omega-3s is different between the different sources. And we wanted to be able to document and prove that omega-3s actually reaches the tissues where they can exhibit their beneficial effects. And that's what this test is about. It's been used in preventive and diagnostic medicine for humans for a while already. And now this is coming to more and more clinics for pets, so that we can follow their omega-3 status, so we can see if there might be an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 in their bodies, which could aggravate inflammatory conditions. It's a very good tool for veterinarians. Yeah.
And do you think there are any wider applications for this test, other ways it could be applied to the industry?
Yes, what I love about this test is that it's also got a marketing aspect to it, and it's got that thing about it that you can engage with your consumers. You can create consumer-friendly science. It will be more than just numbers in a chart. What this test is just a simple blood sample, and then you look at the amount of EPA and DHA in the red blood cell membrane. Therefore, all that's needed is to take a blood sample of a dog. And we have been doing this on some fantastic huskies. And the story behind what happened when we started eating omega-3s in the source we provide, which is a phospholipid form from krill, is just amazing, and it's one that will stick with the consumers. They won the World Championship this year and have never been in better form. So this is such a good way to create science that you can easily communicate to your customers and build trust and document and show and know for yourself as well that your product actually works, that the source of omega-3 will get to do what we all want it to do for the pets.
Excellent. Now, Aker BioMarine has a unique ingredient that has omega-3s in it. Can you talk a little bit about the ingredient?
Yeah, absolutely. In Antarctica, that's where the purest waters on Earth is. You will find at the very bottom of the food chain a small crustacean called krill. krill is not very well known, but it is the largest marine biomass on Earth, and it holds marine phospholipid omega-3s. And it's in very pure form. It's in a form that's more efficiently incorporated into the cells, where it can exhibit its beneficial effects for the health and well-being. And with this product, it's 100% natural. We didn't want to add anything to it. So we actually harvest it in Antarctica, and on board the boat, we vacuum pack it so that it comes in ready vacuum packed packages, and will not be deteriorating or oxidating. It will keep that pristine freshness.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So switching gears a little bit, obviously we have a whole new setup this year at Kansas City.
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far?
You know, I love it. It's just such a good atmosphere here, and it's so many people here. You know, we've had lots of people at our booth already. People seem to be very relaxed, happy, and everything is flowing so nicely. For me, coming from Norway, it's very nice to get to see another city here, and I think you're doing a great job with the social events as well, and showing a bit of, you know, Kansas. That's very interesting, but most of all, I'm really thrilled that so many people are here having such a good time, being so open for networking and creating new partnerships.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Signe. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
As a pet food manufacturer, everyone understands a quality brand is a trusted brand. Your focus is to consistently deliver the safest, healthiest food available to maintain your brand's integrity. For a pet food ingredient company who's just as passionate about pets as you are, choose Trow Nutrition.
Hi, this is Alyssa Conway here with Petfood Forum TV, now speaking with Jeff Alex, Global Pet Nutrition Marketing Manager for DSM Nutritional Products. Thank you for joining us, Jeff. You're presenting at Petfood Forum on how marine algae as an ingredient in pet food might help benefit senior dogs. Can you please explain what marine algae is?
Sure. Marine algae is actually it's an oxygen-generating plant-like material. And marine means that it just grows in the ocean. So an example of that would be seaweed. Seaweed is a marine algae, though this is not seaweed that we're using. It's in the same family, you might say. And but we don't actually harvest it out of the ocean. We actually grow it up in fermentation tanks like you do in a beer process. It's like yeast, so you just kind of grow it up, and so it's a nice clean process.
And it offers omega-3 fatty acids, correct?
That's correct.
So why do you believe marine algae is a better source of omega-3s than other sources?
Well, there's several reasons. One of this is that right now the pet food industry, the aqua industry, the feed industry in general, and the human food industry use fish oil as a source of DHA and EPA, these omega-3s. And we have a couple of issues. One is that we're overfishing the ocean. So there's a problem with, there's a lot of limitations on where we can fish in the world and what fish we can pull out. Most of it comes from anchovies. They're fished off the coast of Chile and Peru, and also the Gulf of Mexico. And because of that, there's such a high demand for DHA and EPA sourced from fish oil that eventually we're running out of fish oil is the problem. So this is a nice sustainable place because fish actually get their DHA and EPA from algae in the ocean. So we just basically take the source of it and grow up in fermentation tanks. And so it's a good sustainable solution.
And why are these omega-3s so important for pet health and nutrition?
Well, omega-3s play a very important role in all life stages. So we see that DHA is important in the development of like puppies, for example, in brain development and eye development. And it plays a role also in inflammation responses like EPA. And then we did a study where we actually looked at it for cognitive function, which is tied to memory, brain development, and vision function. So it all ties together.
And this DSM study you participated in was whether the omega-3s in marine algae can help senior dogs. So what were your findings?
Oh, the findings were amazing. We incorporated our algae into just commercial dog food. We tested it. The findings showed incredible increase in mental performance of these older dogs, in visual performance of these older dogs. Very, very similar responses we've seen with this type of product in the human area for human cognitive function. So it's the same thing.
And besides DHA Gold, a marine algae ingredient, DSM offers many other ingredients and products and related services to pet food manufacturers. So how else are you able to help them meet their market needs?
Well, our core business is vitamins. We're one of the world's largest vitamin producers, still mainly producing in the Western Hemisphere. We've actually been selling vitamin premixes to the pet food industry since the early 60s. We've done a lot of research in the area of companion animals with vitamins. We also are a big carotenoid producer, so beta-carotene, astaxanthin, canthaxanthin, zeaxanthin. These are core to our business. And then we have nutraceuticals and a very, very large nutritional lipids division now as well, which is where the DHA Gold comes from.
Great. And DSM operates globally. Do you find that challenges and needs differ by market to market?
Actually, the health benefit needs of companion animals is very similar all around the world. And actually, because I think communication is so easy around the world, we find that even pet owners have the same concerns about their pets, and so it all comes together. I would say the biggest thing is that we see a trend towards smaller breed dogs and cats. So we're dealing more with this extended life in the senior and geriatric phase. And so we see that, for instance, the development in China is mostly in Shanghai, and in Japan, it's more smaller breed animals. So it's sort of appearing there first, but in Europe and in Latin America and in North America, we're starting to see this come around.
Great. And what do you think of Pet Food Forum's move to Kansas City?
Amazing. This is great. This is something I've been looking forward to for a number of years now, because I know this is really central to a lot of the pet food manufacturers, our customers. So I know that putting it here, it's a little bit lower cost for them to come here. A lot of them can drive here. And so it gives an opportunity for everyone to attend from these companies. And I think we've seen that, right, in the numbers of people that are coming to the Pet Food Forum this year. So I'm very, very excited about it.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for your time, Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
Thiele Technologies, a Barry Waymiller company, symbolizes excellence in the design and application of packaging machinery technology. Our professionalism, workmanship, and commitment to customer service are all evident in our finished products and with our position in the pet food industry. Introducing SciMac Bag Palletizing, which features superior load stability to conventional robotic applications. Thiele Technologies, uniting the brands you know and trust.
Our advanced extrusion supports flexibility for optimized production of pet foods through the most demanding, high fresh meat inclusion, grain-free formulas. Extrutech's market-leading dryer design reduces the number of cleanings and can be quick cleaned within 15 minutes. Higher dosing accuracy of the Extrutech batch coater eliminates overformulation. Our vertical cooler leads in efficient and consistent cooling.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Conway, here with Petfood Forum TV with Dave Bolin, CEO of the Bolin Group. Dave, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
You've just presented to the Petfood Forum audience, sharing your insights on how pet food manufacturers and marketers can partner with pet retailers to build their business. Can you please describe your background in pet retailing?
Sure, I've been in, first of all, I've been a retailer my entire life, some 47 years, but I've been in the pet category for the past 9. 5 years as the chief merchant at Petco, and 3 years as president and CEO of Pet Supplies Plus, and in the past year as CEO of the Bolin Group.
Thank you. So what do retailers want and need from pet food companies to succeed?
So my opinion is that retailers want a strategic partner. Retailing is changing dramatically in many, many channels, and retailers are looking for a partner that can really help them think through how they're going to grow the industry in the future and how they can work together to improve the profitability performance of the retailers that they serve.
And what would most retailers say is the biggest opportunity for pet food companies to increase shelf space and sales?
That's an easy question. It's performance. So in my observation, suppliers that come in and that have really done their homework and understand how their sales per square foot, how their profit per square foot, how they're bringing in new customers, and how they're performing versus the store and versus the competition, and then creating strategies to improve that performance. That's what's going to get a retailer's attention. For retailers just asking for more shelf space without having a lot of statistics, a lot of numbers, and forecasts in terms of what can happen, it's going to be very difficult to get additional shelf space.
And what about from the consumer's point of view? What do you think pet owners are looking for from pet retailers and companies?
So I think there's 2 broad things I see. The first is they'd like pet food companies to make pet food a bit simpler. Trying to go online and research all the different pet foods and all the different sub-brands under the pet foods, going in the stores and reading labels can be overwhelming for a customer. And customers are really looking for some simplification to make that process easier. And they're looking for quality. Pet food recalls, one is one too many. And the quality needs to be just understood and guaranteed.
And what do you think is the biggest threat facing the pet industry now?
So interesting, one of the themes of my talk was that I think the biggest threat is actually our own success. We've been very successful as an industry, over the past 20 years with consistent growth year over year. And in retail, there's a number of examples of other retailers that have been very successful, but then because they didn't anticipate change in the future, they weren't in front of it, and they really ended up losing out in the long run. So I think we need to celebrate our past success, but look very candidly at some of the forces shaping America in the future and ensure that retailers and suppliers alike have a combined strategy to ensure that we can continue the great growth that we've seen in this industry.
How is pet retailing changing, and what does this mean for pet food companies?
So there's a lot of changes in pet retailing. Over the past year, we've seen a pretty strong emergence of online with some pretty aggressive price points on the natural and super premium foods. We're seeing a very changing demographic in the U.S. The boomers are beginning to not replace some pets. The millennials are becoming the new generation that it's really all about. And so all these different forces could shape the future of the pet industry. And again, I think it's so important that the suppliers and the retailers have very candid conversations about what these different changes mean and adopt strategies that ensure success for the future.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Dave.
Thanks.
As a pet food manufacturer, everyone understands a quality brand is a trusted brand. Your focus is to consistently deliver the safest, healthiest food available to maintain your brand's integrity. For a pet food ingredient company who's just as passionate about pets as you are, choose Trow Nutrition. we hold ourselves accountable for the highest standards in the industry because we're pet parents too. That's why every ingredient is tracked and traced through our NuTrace Quality Assurance Program to ensure our customers get the highest quality standards. When you partner with us, you'll have the most experienced and skilled pet food staff in the world at your disposal. For peace of mind, know you're partnering with passionate pet parents who share your standards for ingredient quality and nutrient specifications.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Beaton with Petfood Forum TV, here with Bruce Crutcher, the president of Trow Nutrition USA. Thank you so much for being with me today, Bruce.
Thank you.
Now, Trow Nutrition is known for food safety. What sorts of things do you guys do to help your customers enhance their food safety?
Well, I think it starts with our whole process. We have a very simple mantra. When we ask who's in the quality department, everybody raises their hand. And so it's quality receiving from all the way of the initial raw materials coming in, all the way to finished products. And so it's providing the safety and security of those ingredients, because we really look at, we're providing the brand integrity for our customers. And so it's a very comprehensive program we work with.
And do you feel like you've created a culture that promotes food safety within your company as well as externally?
Yes, within our company, we actually have on everyone's desk, we have a picture of a dog and a cat. And regardless of how you look at it, they're looking at you. And above that it says, my health and safety and well-being depends on you. And so everybody that works has to understand that what we do is feeding all of our dogs and pets, and they have to take that very seriously. And so we've really driven that culture throughout the company, regardless of your position.
And with new regulations coming up, like the Food Safety Modernization Act, has that changed the way you do business? Are there more things that you're looking into now, or how are you helping your customers deal with that?
We really look at a complete end-to-end quality program. And so we're communicating that with our customers. We're finding out what their needs are, what they're trying to do in the marketplace, and making sure that our systems match up with what they need. And at the same time, we share with a lot of customers the processes we utilize to ensure that quality and safety. And we've had several customers that have adopted many of the things we do. We have invested a lot of time and money in what we call our NuTrace system, which is a track and trace system from inception of the product all the way that goes out the door. We use NIR extensively on the raw materials and also on the finished goods. And so we communicate very actively with our customers on what we're doing and finding out what steps additionally they may want us to take to meet their needs. So it's an ongoing evolution.
Are there any recent research projects you guys have done in ingredients, or any new products that you have coming out that you would like to talk about?
Yes, we've been working with a company. We have a product now called Tasco, and it's kind of superfood from the sea. As you know, there's many of the pet trends are mirroring the human market, and they're really starting to understand that there's certain seaweed and kelp products produced in certain geographies that have a lot of immunity properties, as well as minerals and other benefits. And so we're now working with them to bring that product to the pet food market. We also have a couple more that are very early in the stages yet that really can't get into too much yet. But we're always continually looking at what is new and additional we can bring to the marketplace that adds value to our customers.
What kind of changes have you guys seen in the last 5 years, or things that are coming up in the next couple of years involving ingredients that you're really paying attention to?
Well, food safety is a big one. I mean, if you look over the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of things to where we started with the joint products, skin and coat, and now we're looking, what are those next steps? And so we're continually digging for that, while at the same time keeping a very strong eye on safety. That's one we're really looking at, and we really haven't found that one thing that is the key yet, but we continue to dig into that, because that is something we take very seriously, is safety of pets and the owners of them. And so we continually to dig into that one, as everybody is. We just haven't found that right compound yet.
Switching gears a little bit, obviously we're in a new venue this year, and Trow is a huge partner with Petfood Forum and pet food industry. So what do you guys think so far of what you're seeing, and what are you looking forward to seeing this week?
It's been very positive. You know, the venue itself, there's more room, you know, for people to move around in and have bigger booths. That's one of the things we're very pleased with. I've been with the Pet Food Forum approximately 11 years, and I look at the way the trade show floor used to be and the booths, and it's really matured and gotten, the professionalism has greatly increased. You all have done a tremendous job in running the show, and we just continue to see that develop. You know, the opportunities to meet customers here, find new ingredients, because people come to us with those, that it continues to blossom and develop, and you all have done a great job in providing that opportunity for customers and suppliers like ourselves to be able to do that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, Bruce. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.